Hello. Klalkity here. I want to warn you about Philos71's video, which tries to persuade atheists to believe in God. My point is not to argue for or against atheism, only to show you that Philos71's video should not change anyone's mind, because, despite appearances, it does not actually offer anything relevant to the issue. If his video changes your mind, you're being misled by techniques that disguise what he is really doing. Philos71's video, 5 questions every intelligent atheist must answer, tries to persuade you that you shouldn't be an atheist. Presumably, to do this, he will try to convince you that atheism is false. What does it mean to not be an atheist, though? I believe that for him to persuade us that atheism is wrong, he will have to persuade us that a God exists. So what he really has to do to convince you atheism is false is actually convince you to believe in a God, or in gods. Otherwise, you'll still be an atheist. He tries to discredit science. But even if you subtract science from the world, that doesn't add God. He wants you to believe that God is the best explanation for life arising, that God is the best explanation for why there is something instead of nothing, that God is the best explanation for the complexity of life, and that God is the best explanation for our morals. But he hasn't shown any evidence to support these beliefs. This is the first big hole in his argument. He simply smacks down one possible explanation for each of these, and expects you to leap over to his explanation, as if it was the only possibility. Just think about it. He hasn't explained why God is the best explanation. He just wants you to assume that. In his video, he's just leaving you to jump to God by process of elimination. But what has he really eliminated? To be left with God as the best explanation by process of elimination, you'd have to rule out all possible natural explanations, and every possible supernatural explanation besides your God. Philos71 simply hasn't done this in his video. It is the second big hole in his argument. In conclusion, his video lacks any reason to take God as the best explanation for the things he mentions. Other natural and supernatural explanations are possible, so you can't arrive at God by process of elimination either. His video against atheism, then, despite superficial appearances, really says nothing about the existence of God. Therefore, Philos71's video has not offered any evidence to the falsity of atheism. You should not be persuaded by his video.